Liu Bei rescues Kong Rong at Beihai. Liu Bei defeats Cao Cao near Puyang. Miju rose in council, speaking of alliances beyond their walls that could force Cao Cao's retreat.
Let me seek Kong Rong in Beihai. Another must ride to Tiankai in Xuzhou. If they march, Cao Cao will withdraw.
Tao Qian sealed his letters with the fate of a province. Chen Deng and Mi Zhu rode forth with courage, while Tao Qian prepared to hold the city at all costs. Thus Mi Zhu came before Kong Rong, bringing the desperate words of Tao Qian. He pleaded for aid against Cao Cao's pressing armies, hoping friendship and duty might stir Beihai's governor. Kong Rong urged peace, unwilling to war with Cao Cao. But Mi Zhu warned such hopes were empty before a foe of such might.
Cao Cao will not heed peace. His strength blinds him. Delay, and Shu province is lost.
Yet even as Kong Rong prepared to march for Shu province, rebellion erupted at his own doorstep. 10,000 yellow scarves came to plunder Beihai, forcing him to meet danger head-on. Rebel leader Guan Yu demanded grain and tribute, threatening ruin if denied. But Kong Rong, loyal to the Han, spurned him and readied for battle.
I serve the Han. Shall I feed rebels? Never.
Kong Rong's troops faltered, their spirits broken by the fall of Zongbao. The city gates shut against the rebel tide, and hope seemed to wither within the walls. In the darkest hour, a hero came like thunder. Taishi Ci, answering both filial duty and loyalty, carved through the rebels alone, offering salvation to a city on the brink.
I am Taishi Ci of Laihuang. I come to repay your kindness with steel. Open the gates and let me fight at your side.
Kong Rong had protected Taishi Ci's mother during hardship. In gratitude, she sent her son, famed for valor, to repay kindness in Kong Rong's hour of need. Kong Rong received Taishi Ci as an honored guest, presenting gifts of clothing, armor, and horses to show gratitude and forge a bond of trust. Boldly, Taishi Ci declared he would lead 1,000 soldiers to break the siege, risking his life to restore hope.
Give me 1,000 soldiers, and I will drive off these rebels.
Kong Rong counseled prudence, yet Taishi Ci swore he would conquer or perish, for he could not face his mother without lifting the siege.
Better death in battle than shame before my mother's eyes.
Kong Rong penned letters seeking Liu Bei's aid, entrusting them to Taishi Ci, who vowed to brave the enemy lines alone. Fully armed, Taishi Ci departed alone, bearing Beihai's last hope through the ring of enemies surrounding the city. Surrounded by enemies, Taishi Ci fought with unmatched valor, cutting through the rebel ranks and leaving a trail of broken bodies behind. Guan Yu pursued with horsemen, but Taishi Ci's arrows felled them in steady rhythm until none dared close upon him. Taishi Ci reached Liu Bei, presented Kong Rong's plea, and declared he came not by kinship but by righteousness, seeking aid to save the besieged city.
I come not by blood, but by duty. Save Kong Rong, and you save honor itself.
Moved by Taishi Ci's courage and Kong Rong's plight, Liu Bei and his brothers set forth with their army, prepared to lift the siege through valor and righteousness. With a single decisive strike, Guan Yu cleaved down the rebel leader Guan Yu, sending fear cascading through enemy ranks and marking the tide of battle's turn.
Face the blade of justice.
Like tigers among helpless prey, the rescuers tore through the rebel ranks. Trapped between two armies, the enemy broke, many surrendering while others fled in terror. The victors were welcomed with honor, feasted as heroes. Mi Zhu then told of Cao Cao's vengeance on Xuzhou, and Liu Bei grieved that Tao Qian suffered wrong despite his virtue. Kong Rong urged Liu Bei to stand against Cao Cao, declaring it unjust for a strong man to abuse his power against the suffering people.
Why not join me to rescue the sufferers?
Liu Bei replied with humility, confessing his force was weak, yet he would not refuse the call of righteousness, even while moving cautiously.
I dare not refuse, yet my force is small, and caution must guide me.
Kong Rong pressed further, declaring friendship was not the only cause. Justice demanded their aid against Cao Cao's cruelty. Liu Bei swore he would never break faith, citing the words of the sage. that without truth, no man could stand.
Whether I gain troops or not, I shall come myself.
Taishi Ci declined all rewards, departing to answer Liu Yao's summons, leaving behind gratitude and the mark of a true warrior. Gongsun Zan, moved by Liu Bei's sincerity, pledged men and horses, entrusting Zhao Yun to his cause. Thus an alliance was sealed, one that would shape battles yet to come.
I have promised and dare not break faith.
Zhang Fei struck without words, while Liu Bei rallied the troops. Together, they cut through Yujin's defense, reaching the city walls.
Madmen, where are you going?
Tao Qian offered Liu Bei the governorship of Xuzhou, but Liu Bei, fearing suspicion of ambition, declined with heartfelt humility.
Scion I may be, but my merit is small. I came to aid, not to covet.
Tao Qian pressed Liu Bei again and again to take charge of Xuzhou, but Liu Bei's heart resisted, fearing suspicion of ambition.
It is a poor old man's real sentiment.
Just as the matter pressed, news came. Cao Cao's army had reached the walls, and defense became more urgent than talk of succession. Liu Bei resolved first to write to Cao Cao, urging him to put aside vengeance for the greater stability of the empire. Cao Cao spat fury, cursing Liu Bei's boldness. Yet Guojia counseled deceit, urging soft words before striking.
Who is this Liu Bei that he dares exhort me?
Even as Cao Cao plotted, news arrived. Lu Bu had seized Yanzhou, leaving Cao Cao's own homeland in peril. Chen Gong persuaded Zhang Miao to rise. With Lu Bu's might, Yanzhou was seized, leaving Cao Cao desperate and homeless if he did not act. Heeding Guojia, Cao Cao sent fair words to Liu Bei, then broke camp, racing to save Yanzhou. With danger gone, Tao Xin gathered allies for a feast, once again offering to entrust Xuzhou to Liu Bei's hands. Tao Qian declared Liu Bei the man of virtue and talent fit to govern. Yet Liu Bei recoiled, fearing the stain of ambition.
If I take it, surely the world will call me wicked.
One by one, friends and brothers pleaded with him. Yet Liu Bei resisted, torn between loyalty, humility, and duty. Refusing Xuzhou's seat, Liu Bei consented only to guard from Xiaopei, repairing defenses and calming the people, his virtue shining brighter than ambition. Cao Cao returned to his homeland only to hear grim tidings. Lu Bu had seized Yanzhou with Chen Gong's counsel, leaving but 3 counties still resisting. Though warned of Lu Bu's strength, Cao Cao dismissed fears, claiming the warrior lacked cunning. He prepared instead to fortify his camp and plan victory.
He is bold but without craft. Lu Bu cannot threaten us long.
Lu Bu entrusted Yanzhou's defense to Xuelan and Lifang, while he himself set out for Puyang, hungry to test his strength against Cao Cao. Chen Gong urged Lu Bu to set an ambush on the treacherous Taishan road, but Lu Bu scorned his counsel, trusting only his brute strength. Guojia counseled caution, fearing ambush, but Cao Cao laughed off the warning, convinced Lu Bu lay at Puyang. At Puyang, the two forces faced each other. Lu Bu rode proudly at the front, his fierce generals forming a wall of steel. The champions met in furious combat, 4 warriors trading blow after blow, their steeds crashing together like thunder. In rage, Lu Bu stormed forth, scattering his foes like chaff. Cao Cao's army crumbled before his might and fell back to regroup. That night, Yujin urged a surprise strike on Lu Bu's western camp, hoping to reclaim momentum through cunning. Under darkness, Cao Cao struck swiftly, overwhelming the thin defenses. Lu Bu's western camp fell in flames. Chen Gong warned of Cao Cao's cunning, urging vigilance against an attack on their weak flank. Though Lu Bu dismissed his fears, defenses were arranged, Gao Shun, Wei Shu, and Ho Cheng sent to guard the camp. Cao Cao struck at night, seizing the camp before Gao Shun's arrival. Yet when dawn drums announced Lu Bu's coming, the bold raid turned to a desperate retreat. Pursued by Gao Shun and blocked by Lu Bu, Cao Cao's men were hemmed in from all sides, the noose tightening with every moment. Surrounded and pressed on all fronts, Cao Cao's army faltered. Arrows fell in torrents, and the enemy's formation seemed impenetrable. Despair gnawed at even the bravest hearts.
Who can save me?
Fearless, Zhang Fei plunged into the storm, his axes never missing their mark. 10 fell before him, the rest fled in terror, and he carved a path for his lord.
Fear not, my lord. I shall cut us a way through.
Though Zhang Wei's valor saved them, pursuit was relentless. As night fell, Liu Bei himself closed in, halberd ready, Cao Cao's fate hanging by the slimmest of threads.
Cao Cao, you rebel. Do not flee.
The army was broken, the men exhausted, and their lord cornered. Cao Cao's fate hung by a thread to be told in the chapters to come.